Yes, we pull these from the Reddit feed. And of course, it's in their point of view. So let's just dive right in. Of course, what say you at the end? Please give us a call or email us. Here's the question. Am I the asshat for refusing to let my family move in because my 16-year-old son doesn't want them to? So what this mom writes, she says, about 5 years ago, my husband cheated on me and then abandoned our family. It was an extremely difficult time. I was left alone to raise our son, who was just 11 at the time. None of my family members offered any help or support. We were essentially on our own. The only person who helped us was my father, who was a great support system, both emotionally and financially. When my father passed away 2 years ago, he left me a significant inheritance. This money allowed me to buy a house and provide a stable and comfortable life for my son and me. Since my husband left, my son and I have become very close. We've been through a lot together and our bond is extremely strong. I would do anything for him. Recently, some of my extended family members have fallen on hard times and asked if they can move in with us. Given our history, I was initially hesitant, but I discussed it with my son and he was very much against the idea. He remembers how nobody was there for us when we needed them the most and feels strongly that they should benefit from our home now. Understanding his feelings and valuing his comfort, I decided to tell my family that they couldn't move in with us. Now they're upset and accusing me of being selfish and ungrateful. They say that I owe them support because we're family. So, am I the asshat for refusing to let my family move in because my son doesn't want them to, especially considering the way they treated us when we were the ones in need? 651-641-1071. What say you?
Who? If you take the part out of it, you can't, but if you take the part out of it about the family not being there when they were in need, if you take that out and you look at the situation, then it's a matter of, how old is the son, Lex?
16 now.
Yeah, you can look at it as, well, you're the adult, and this could be a good lesson in be better, rise above it.
Yeah.
And be the better person. And it could be a teaching opportunity. So that's how you could look at it without the aspect of the family did not help them.
Yeah.
Now, you could still apply that lesson and say, look, we're the better people. This is what we do. Whether they helped us or not, family's family, and we need to be there. They may have made they made their decisions, but we're going to make ours.
Yeah.
And we're
in a position now to be able to help.
And yes. I don't think she's and she's agreeing with her son, right, Lex? She's not.
Yep. Yes, she told them, yep, you can't move in.
I
putting it on him too by saying my son's
yeah. See, I don't like that. Oh, you're the adult. This is a teenager.
Yeah.
If you're going to make this decision, don't put it on him. Even though he may be the reason, you need to own it. Don't put it on the kid because he is still a kid. So in that aspect, I think she's a little bit of the asshat. I think there's an opportunity to teach a lesson here that she's missing. What do you think, Lex?
Yeah,
I know.
Right.
This is a great one, Lex.
There's a lot of, what about this and what about that?
Mm-hmm.
From a siblings or a family member's point of view, if dad has stepped in and really has helped, and maybe they're not specifically asking for help, you might not know also as a family member what the need was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So in some ways, for the extended family to say, hey, we need help. Can you help us? That's, asking for what you need. Now, on the same token, the mom is also saying the same thing. We can't take you in. Maybe there's another way we can help support you. But you're right, owning it yourself. And even though, your son who's 16 is saying like, I don't want this to happen. Remember what happened to us. You're right. There is a teachable moment there as well. But I would say ultimately not the asshat. Have some boundaries. And I mean, in some ways you don't owe your family anything, but maybe there's another way you can help out.
That's a good point, Lex. Holly, what do you think?
Yeah, ultimately, I don't think that this person is the asshat. And I think that they've worked hard to create a stable house for themselves and their child. And if this is going to perhaps disrupt that and they want to protect that and they see that, then I think it's okay to say, hey, I see you. I want to help you out, but this is not the way that we're going to help you out. And even if they don't want to help them out, well, I guess that's their prerogative and they're basing it on precedent and they don't have to if they don't want to. But yeah, just using the kid out in front as kind of the, excuse, quote unquote. It's like you can just have your own feelings about it. And like, I don't want these people to move in. But I respect that person being a parent first and trying to create a healthy environment for their kid.
Holly loves a boundary.
I do.
That's right. Let's go to the phone lines. Who do we have, Holly?
We're going to start with Amy.
Hi, Amy. Welcome to the show. How do you feel about this?
Hi. Well, I initially said I didn't think she's the asshat, and I sort of kind of stand by that. But I was just taken in by family because I was struggling myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't ask. They offered, which was delightful. But I had questions about, she says they didn't offer her help, but she doesn't say if she asked them for help.
Exactly.
So I don't know, like, it is hard if you don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think, like, I grew up hearing in my family, we don't know if you don't tell us. You have to tell us. We can't read your mind. So I think there's like a little bit of, I don't think she's like I don't think there's subterfuge, but she's not really coming right out and saying like what exactly happened there. So I'm a little confused about that. And then also, putting it on her son.
Yeah.
That's the part that I don't like.
Yeah. She should, she's the adult. She should make the decision. And, take in mind maybe what he's saying, but ultimately the decision's hers because she's the adult.
Yes.
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah.
Let's go to Greg next on line 2. Hi, Greg. Welcome to the show. How do you feel about this?
Good morning. She is definitely not the asshat. You don't owe family anything. I've had family move in with me and it did not go well.
Oh, well, there we go.
You never know how long they're going to stay, and then it's going to turn into this and turn into that. She doesn't owe the family anything, especially if they abandoned her when she was on hard times.
Greg, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Concise and to the point. You got to love that. Thank you, Greg.
Yeah, Chuck emailed us, said, my answer's no. It sounds like the family could turn out to be vultures and take advantage.
Well, what Greg said there at the very end, I was like, ooh, yeah. Give an inch and take a mile. It could turn into that situation. And then you're ruining the relation. There's a potential to ruin. It's like going into business with family or friends or, what I mean? There's some unknown peril. Yes. Higher stakes.
And I thought Amy brought up a good point too, where there is missing information in all of this. Yeah. And it's like,
why didn't the family help her? We don't know why.
Yeah.
But did she ask? Right.
There's that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes you really don't know. And then that sometimes you have to share your suffering in order for people to go, oh, okay. Or you might, we kind of fake it till you make it sometimes, and not asking. Yeah. We can't read your minds.
And also maybe there were reasons. There's a lot. I mean, but then again, it is just a post on Reddit, so she can't write a novel. But but even if your family appears fine, you don't know why necessarily they can't offer help. Maybe they're putting on appearances. Maybe it's Brie Vandekamp where everything looks great, but maybe they're not in a position to help you for reasons X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Maybe it's not malicious. Maybe there are reasons like you have reasons. Yep. A lot of things we don't know. Oh, that was a good one. Ooh, that was a good one. Yeah. Oh, that's complicated. Oh, very, very complicated. And it could be more complicated if they move in.